So, here we are in our very first puzzle room, really. And you may be wondering, why on earth has Lara got the guns out? Well, it's because there's a leopard, cheetah, I think it's a leopard, just sitting down here, waiting to kill us. So we need to kill it before it tries to kill us. And that's an excellent way of getting it out of the way without causing yourself any lasting damage. Now, as you may have noticed, there are a bunch of artifacts around the levels, and you may have noticed that there are some bronze ones and there are some silver ones. There is one other type of artifact, and that is the gold artifact. There's only one gold artifact in each chapter, so and generally they require quite a bit of how shall I put it, platforming prowess to get to them. Now, because this is a walkthrough, I will be showing you how you get to every single last one of them. And the first gold artifact is actually in this very room. And to get to it, you have to do exactly the same thing as you have to do to get out of this room. So it's quite helpful. Although rather annoyingly, you do have the you have the thing of block pushing physics, and I'm sorry, Lara, dear, but you're not doing too good on that front. When Lara's pushing blocks about, it's very awkward, let's put it that way. Now, it looks like this is not properly on the seesaw, because it slides. However, it is on the seesaw, and it's going to do what we need it to do. Because if you jump onto here, it'll flip it up onto the top level there. Because, as you probably saw, pressure pads, so we've got to get them on there. Now, these types of puzzles are essentially the meat and bones of Tomb Raider, if you've never seen a Tomb Raider game before in your life. And their general absence in the reboots is one of the things that disappoints me somewhat. Now, another thing that you'll definitely need to be careful with whenever playing Tomb Raider Legend, and I think most of the Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider games, is that because there is a checkpoint system. So basically, whenever you reach, solve a puzzle or reach a particular point in the level, you get a little thing saying checkpoint, and the game will kind of bring you back to there if you die. Now, this is all well and good, however, sometimes it's rare, there's at least one occasion I can think of, that sometimes when you die, you lose the artifacts that you've gained in that period, which sometimes basically means that you can't get some of the artifacts if you haven't saved previously. So making sure you save you manually save every now and again is a decent idea to make sure that you are not failing miserably at getting the artifacts. Now, Lara dear, there we go. Now, the golden artifact that we want is right up above the door there. Now, the way that we are supposed to get this to work is we've got to align the door with the notches at the on the wall, and getting the timing is a bit difficult, I have to say, because if you screw up, then you have got to do it again and again and again. Now, I have already screwed up, because, well, for starters, that wheel in the left is meant to have the thing stopping it in the middle, but I'm blind as a bat. Actually, no, I'm not. I think I've figured that I've screwed it up already, so it's time to do it over, because it's just the way it has to go. Now, a lot of the golden artifacts in the game are like this. It's just a case of just being really careful with things. Now, I have screwed it up once more, I believe, which is really irritating. And you can tell that you've screwed it up because the weight is not in the position it should be. It's been a long time since I've played... well, I say it's been a long time since I played this game. It was the space of a few months, but a few months causes a world of difference, really. Because basically, what you need to do is grab onto the chain and to get over to the side to be able to get across. But this is easier said than done when you've messed with the thing the way I have. Because you can't get across to the from the other side either, so what I'm doing right now is an exercise in futility. Also, Lara takes full damage, so that's always good. Now, if I recall correctly, this is basically your... well, it is your final job, essentially, in doing this chapter, so it's fitting that it takes a while, but I am labouring the job somewhat. It should not take you this long to do the puzzle, especially to get the golden one. It's especially not this. And also, don't do that. That was really stupid of me. But one thing that's really interesting with Lara is that up until, I believe, Tomb Raider Underworld, they didn't actually have a motion capture actress for Lara. So, all things considered, her movements are surprisingly realistic. And now you can see that I have screwed myself over. Because so basically, that middle notch there is meant to be on the same level as the top rung. It's difficult to see from over in the distance, but it's easier once you get up and close. And also we have a lovely silver artifact here. And it's jumps like that which are just like, wow, Lara, you are amazing. Also, you can respawn checkpoints, which is quite helpful. And when the door is doing that, you know that you've done it correctly. So we can now go and get our golden artifact and move on with beating this level, because been on this puzzle a wee bit too long. It's one of the cool things about Tomb Raider is that a lot of the puzzles are somewhat taxing, especially if you want to get the golden artifacts. And it is really something that I miss in the reboot. And there we go, our golden artifact. Let's pick it up. Just get on. Now, to be very honest, I could have just dropped, but don't want to take any more damage, you know? Come on, Lara. Hop to it. So, yes, we've just got a few more artifacts to get, I believe. But also, we have a QuickTime event. Yay. Now, obviously QuickTime events are generally hated by all, but I think this game does it reasonably well.
And still breathing, yes.
All things considered, because so many games just are a pain, in that the QuickTime events are weird. Whereas here it's literally, the button comes up, it's telling you press it now, rather than in 5 seconds. So, you're gonna want to do it. They changed it for, by Tomb Raider Underworld, and kind of removed QuickTime events and replaced them with adrenaline moments, if I recall correctly. But then they reinstituted QuickTime events in the Tomb Raider reboot. Although in a manner that I'm not a fan of, really. Sounds really bad, I'm insulting the Tomb Raider reboot a lot, and I do actually really like it. It's just certain elements of its design annoy me, really. And I do actually prefer this gameplay style, really. It's odd. I think I just have very bizarre tastes in video games. But this is our final challenge. Well, our final actual
It's the center of the evil code. This appears in any of the literature, but I'd say they're ceremonial in nature.
If that's
yeah,
the
this
case,
is our final
it's
puzzle
not a
to
ceremony I'm keen on.
get an artifact, thankfully. Also, this is a good start to being able to solve a puzzle a little bit later on. Because you've got to know where things will move. To be able to figure some of this stuff out. Now, that right there has just screwed me over, so I've got to do the entire thing again, because it's so wonderful. Because Lara can't, you know, just leap from there to there. You'd think she'd be able to, but no, Lara just won't do it. And, yeah. Things like that do happen quite frequently in Tomb Raider. Thankfully, Lara is quick and nimble enough to be able to recover and get back to doing things. Right, let's make sure that we actually get to the level that I want to get to. And there is our final artifact of Bolivia. Excellent. Now you might think, what on earth is kind of waiting for us at the end of this tomb? Well, it is a tomb, really. It's ruins. It serves as a tomb for all the dead bodies we've killed. I think it works. But here we go. All the way to God knows where. I think we can turn the light off now. Interesting. Oh, look, it's baby Lara again. Yay! Well, I have the feeling this isn't going to end well.
Lara, have you found anything for the fire? Lara, what are you... No, get back! Good Lord. What is it?
There's something in the light.
Stay here. What? Who are you? What? What about my daughter? You stay away from her. She meant no harm.
What's happening, Mother? Who's there? Mother? Mother!
Now, I have no idea what that noise is. It's just there for some weird reason. Just there. Don't know why. It just appeared. But, yes. Emilia Croft has disappeared, and this is why Lara is searching for her. Everything
Lara
is
Croft.
down to that dais.
Get to meet you. At ease. We're just gonna talk.
I'm listening.
Maybe you found a piece of this. Is this what led you here?
Where did you find that?
It doesn't matter. What's important is what it does. Do you know?
What I know is my business.
So you don't then, and that means you don't have a piece. Amanda said you were sloppy. You should have paid more attention in Paraíso.
Amanda? Amanda's dead. What the hell do you know about Paraíso?
We're done talking.
And now is the time to run. Now what you see here is something akin to what the adrenaline moments would become in Tomb Raider Underworld. That's essentially what they were. And now we have to kill loads and loads of people. I'm sorry, but when you try to kill me, it's just what you're going to get. Now where's the last one of you? No, you're riding somewhere, mate. There you are. Die! Thank you. Have a good day.
There is more than one. Father, you were right.
What was that?
Keep yourselves caffeinated, lads. We've some work ahead of us.
Means we're still alive. Can't complain about that.
And so, the mystery begins. What the hell is that thing? And that's the end of Bolivia. So we get some concept art and so on and so forth, new outfit, loads of bits and bobs, and that's the end of the chapter, so, it's time for chapter 2. Woo!